Keshar here. Today I'm going to show you how to make Halim Bademjan, or the eggplant halim. This is something that it takes, a dish that takes quite a few hours for it to cook. So I have prepared it in advance in order to be able to show you in a short time what you need to do. What you need here is about 5 or 6 depending on the size of the eggplant. I normally use a Japanese eggplant, but you can use whatever kind of eggplant that you like. But these are big eggplants. You cut them, you chop them in small pieces like this, and then you cook them. The way you cook them is that you put the eggplant in a pot after you chopped it. You add some oil and just a little water and cover it. But you have to stir it constantly, and then it would reduce, and you would have a mash like this. You need lentils. This is 2 cups of dry lentils. I have cooked it in advance, so this is cooked already. You need a large onion. I have chopped and fried it. You need some fresh garlic. You need 2 cups of sour cream, dry mint, 2 tablespoons, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, and you need about 2 pounds of shoulder of lamb or lamb's breast. The meat for this dish has to be a fatty meat. So you cannot use London broil because it won't come out the same. And what you need to do, you need to cook the meat in advance again, like the rest of the things that I've cooked. So you cook the meat, and then if it's a breast of lamb, make sure that after it's cooked, you take the skin off, because you cannot mash the skin, okay? And then you cook it, and then you use the stock for mixing everything together. So what I have here, I have the pot here. I'm going to put the eggplant. This is something like the Bademjan or the eggplant that you've seen on my website. If you go to my website, keshar.net, you'll find it. And then I add the lentils, it's already cooked. Add the meat stock to it. These are the fat of the stock. You need those. And the meat, I've already taken the bone out. I'm going to use turmeric. I'm going to use about 1 tablespoon of saffron. And this is 2 onions, so I need 1, so I'm going to add 1 onion. Now we'll put this on the stove. I'll go over the ingredient one more time. You get 5 eggplant. You chop the eggplants and you fry it with a little oil and a little water, but you have to cover it. So it would steam and it would reduce and it will cook. It takes about 15 minutes for it to cook. Then you get 1 whole onion, chop it and fry it. You need 2 cups of lentils, but you need to cook that also So if you want to start from scratch, what you do after your eggplant is done, you add the lentils, you add the 2 pounds of meat to it, and then you let it cook for a couple hours. Maybe it takes about 2 hours at least for it to cook. Then you have to watch it. Because I didn't have that time, so I cooked everything. Everything is cooked. So this is ready. All I need to do is heat it up and mash it, and we would have a delicious Halim Bademjan. All these meat needs to be mashed. And now then I'm going to fry some garlic and cover this. I'm going to fry some garlic and some mint. And that we'll use for the decoration. You need about 4 to 5 cloves of garlic. Olive oil, you can use any kind of oil you want, but I only use olive oil. Okay, this is going to take some time. And one thing that you can do is, while this is cooking, you can either use a plastic masher, or you can use one of these wooden gushkup, we call it, or masher, and go and just go like mashing this. And then we need some sour cream. I don't use whey with this. If you want, you can use a little bit, but I use mostly sour cream. So don't tell me that there was no sour cream in Iran or anything, because I've had people who call me and tell me it was. You can use whey if you want, but whey does not taste as good as I use sour cream and 1 juice of lemon. So if I keep going, and please, if you have problem with the ingredients, what you need to do is you need to get a pen and a pencil, and a pen and a piece of paper, and write all the ingredients at the beginning when I tell you, so you don't have to go back and forth on the video to find out. And I keep repeating every time during the time that I'm doing the video. So you need the eggplant, you need the lentils, and 5 eggplant, 2 cups of lentils, and 2 pounds of meat, preferably shoulder of lamb, but you can use any kind of meat as long as it's fatty meat. And then you cook all this together. You have to have a good shoulder so you can really mash this. Okay, and you take the bone out. And then after this warms up, it's going to be ready. I'm going to really mash this, and I use the garlic and the dry mint for the decoration or for the presentation. So I'll come back when it's all ready and show you the presentation. Thank you. Now we're back, and this is the Halim Bademjan. The ingredients that I've used gave me this much, so you see how much you need, and just use the ratio and go for it. So this is all ready. I'm going to fry some onions for the I like to julienne the onion for the presentation. And I've already done the garlic. You just put the garlic in oil, watch it. This should be brown like this. You don't want it to burn. And then I'm going to do the mint. Halim means that, see, it would stretch. See. And also it means that you cannot see any of the ingredients. See, you don't see the lentils, you don't see the meat, you don't see the eggplant, you don't know. It's just the taste that you go for. So, at this point, I'm going to add the sour cream. And when you add the sour cream, just be careful, just do it a little at a time. Keep stirring. Now, I'm also going to add some. At this point, you can taste and see what you need. As far as the salt and pepper, just go ahead and taste it. Because you still have time right now, you can add perfect. I never taste what I cook, but very seldom I need to add anything. So now, I'm gonna add the lemon juice. And now I'm going to also add some cash. I have whey. I have already added some garlic and fried some garlic and mint added to this. So not only you use it for the decoration, you also add some to the mixture of the eggplant and look at the onion. This is how I want it to look. And to this onion, I'm not going to add any turmeric because I just want the color of the onion itself. So just oil and onion. Put the one that it's done to the side. This should be done in a couple more minutes. Just look at the transformation. When I say be creative, say look at this one. Okay. Gonna Then what I'm going to do after I take this off, I'm going to do the mint. Turn it off. It's done. Gonna serve this. This is about half a cup. All done. It all depends if you're using this as an appetizer or as a side for your dinner table. The size of the dish matters at that point. See. This is enough to feed an army, but you don't have to make this much. See, every time I cook, I've told you that I cook a lot, but you just use the ratio that I gave you. Okay. Okay, now. That's with Halim Bademjan, you need a lot of garlic. That is Halim Bademjan. Enjoy it. And always be proud of your creation, because that is always a representation of who you are. Enjoy it with love. Thank you.